How'd you get pinched?
I got pinched. My best friend ratted me out.
Get out of here.
From birth.
Oh.
My best friend. It's crazy.
Did he get any jail time?
He got jail time, but it was a little rough for him. Essex County. It's no joke.
Wow.
Well, county jail, a day in county jail is like 6 months in any other jail. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the county, especially what you were in Essex too, right?
Yeah, Essex County. Yeah. So he got pinched. He fucked up big time. Made huge mistakes. He had young kids gambling with him, and one kid lost money, couldn't pay. Another young kid kidnapped the young kid. These are 15-year-old kids. I have no idea this is going on.
Jesus.
They drop him off in the projects on Baxter Terrace in Newark. He runs into a cop. They pinch the guy that was under me, which was my best friend, and then he rolls on me.
Wow. So hold on. So now that you're older and reformed, right?
Yes, 100%.
Do you forgive your best friend?
Absolutely not. And I'm a church-loving man.
So
I'm a God-loving man, but I don't know.
So that's why. Okay, so like some people got on me, right? They're like, well, how can you have a show with an informant, or how can you have so and so on that, so and so on? And my thing was always like, I'm a podcaster. I'm not from that life, so I'm not one to judge, right?
Yeah.
But now, on one end, you want to hear updated stuff. You want to hear first-party content, right?
Yeah.
Open the horse's mouth. But the other end, they were, they ratted out their Tommies, right? Yeah. So where do you land on informants, these days?
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I can't condone it.
Yeah.
It's bad with me, man. I don't.
Well, I won't say I won't, because I won't get into the mob tube mix, but I know for a fact.
I don't care. Listen, we can talk.
No, I know, but I know you used to like to stay away from certain shows.
No.
Reason, right?
No. Listen, I'm okay. Whatever everybody does is what they do. I'm okay with all of it. It's enjoyable to all of us. And if they say they're not watching, they're lying. They're watching.
Yeah.
Right? So, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't sit well with me. That's all.
Now, in retrospect, right? Hindsight's always 2020. Let's call your guy Mr. X, right? You and Mr. X are rolling hard, your friends. Were there cracks you didn't pick up on till later because your friend, or did you have a blind spot? Maybe you drank too much or got too much.
No.
Do you just see this coming from nowhere?
We were neighborhood guys. We were in diapers together.
Oh, shit.
I'm 52, but you could say that I got a mind of a 75, 80-year-old man, right? Yeah. Because we grew up together, like 3 houses from each other. When he got pinched, I was sitting on the couch with his mother arranging bail and a lawyer for him. And then something's going on. He's down there way too long. I made a call to my lawyer, and he said, let me check this out. He checked it out. He's like, yeah, he's everything. From the minute you were born, he's giving them to current day.
Did you have to surrender, or they came for you?
I left his mother's house. I talked to my lawyer. He said, there's a warrant coming now for your arrest. The day we buried my grandfather, I came home from my grandfather's funeral. The day we buried my grandfather, my whole family is at my house, from my grandmother to the youngest nephew or niece. And my lawyer says, there's a warrant, there's an active warrant. They're looking to come to your house and tear it apart with your whole family there. I said, what do we do? He's like, I'm going to try to make arrangements to have you turn yourself in.
Holy
He
shit.
did make those arrangements with the prosecutor to turn myself in, but there was an active warrant. He said, you got to leave town for the weekend. I had my fiance at the time and my mother sneaking around while everybody's mourning at my house about my grandfather's death, bring me close to my lawyer's office, and I went to Atlantic City for 4 days.
Why, they had to negotiate your surrender?
They negotiated my surrender, but there was an active warrant.
Even
though you have a negotiated surrender, the warrant is active. You get stopped on Route 22, they can pull you in.
Good point. All right. So you do your time, you get out. Did you stay with the life, or was that a wake-up call?
Being that I was the way I was in that life, Well, first of all, the minute you walk out, you're violating parole. You got to meet with people. There's no other way. That's a test. You walk out of the jail gates. You got to meet with people. I met with people. They said, you got a few options here. Come with us 100% full time. This is what you do. No questions asked, no turning back. This becomes your life. You can go smooth. You can go work in an office, take your time, do whatever you want to do, and just mingle.